So, next on the educational series, progressive overload. Essentially, what is it? Progressive overload really comes down to the fact that you need to overload your muscle cells to initiate growth, to get the hypertrophic response to kickstart. Now, this is the tricky thing, is progressive overload isn't just one size fits all. But the main thing is when you're coming into the gym, you're simply doing more than you did last time. Now that can be more weight, more sets, better execution, yada yada yada. I'll get into that in the next video. But progressive overload is a science-proven, documented way to grow muscle tissue. Now, is it the only way? No. But it's tried and true, it's tested. A monkey can do it. Something I often say a lot is when it comes to building muscle, it's not hard, it's just simple. It's just hard to do, but it's a simple process. So, like if you think of a typical stereotype meathead, they're not known to be smart people, and I'm saying that being meatheads. This shit is simple. It's not tricky, it's not rocket science. You're going to the gym and just doing more than you did last time. The tricky thing is, all this progressive overloads is underpinned by going to failure. That is the absolute main part of going to progressive overloads. Now, if you go and train, let's say do 100 kilo squats, and you stop at 8 reps, but you probably have 12, you're not creating that stress response to your muscles, to your body, to want it to grow. You need to train hard, and this is where progressive overloads and people with long books, I think, tend to lose themselves in the minutiae of how standardized your sets are, because what tends to happen, people get programmed, have their logbook, and they'll start doing their sets. And then to get more weight in the bar, to do more sets, to do more reps, they are adjusting how they're doing everything to just cheat themselves, to just write in a logbook, I done an extra rep last week, I did an extra couple kilo last week. The biggest part of this is doing everything the same way, keeping it standardized, and taking it to failure. And what do I mean by standardized? Just that your reps are a mirror image. Now, not everyone's perfect. If you're in your younger years of training, this is tricky. It's tricky standardizing your form if you don't know what good form is. But it's 2026, jump on YouTube. Whatever the movement you're doing, Google it, fire it into YouTube, and see how it's best done. This is where I was younger. I would watch the videos of like the best guys, so like whoever had the best legs, whoever had the best chest, and how they done things, and I would try to replicate it. But that's a different story. So the main thing with this is not only standardizing your sets, but taking it to failure and not cheating yourself. And that's where I see people go wrong with progressive overload. As much as it's a fantastic method for growing muscle tissue, there are holes in it. There are common pitfalls that people go through, which happens all the time. Super common. The main one is, like I just discussed, people cheating themselves to go heavier. And now this is all fine and dandy until you go to failure, and then you're likely to get injured. That's what's tricky. So, 100 kilo for 10. I'll just get to squat. That's week 1. Form's good. Then you go, so we'll do 4 weeks. 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I'd imagine this as a gradient. This is a sliding gradient. Good to bad. Yes? Right. So 100 kilo, 10, and let's say they were really keen and they up to 120 kilo for 8. Now, this gap in here can look like whatever. Imagine it, for argument's sake. We're going from 100 kilo for 10 reps with good form. So coming down, sitting on your heels, getting your knees over your toes, all that. Fantastic. That's going to stimulate the quads. Good set. And let's say they go down here, 120 for 8. Their back's rounding, there's a curve in their spine. Instead of their knees going over the toes, it's a bit more hip dominant, so they're just using everything to move it. It's a bit raggedy. Let's say the first set here, they didn't have a belt on, and then here, they're using knee wraps. So there's lots of things that have changed. The key part to all of this, to all the progressive overloads, is however you're doing your movements, you need to keep it standardized. Now, again, I keep saying this word, I keep saying this word standardized. What the fuck do I mean? In science, people discuss a control and then discuss the catalyst, the thing that changes. So the control is literally everything. Catalyst. However you decide to progress. So this is your progression. But if your form is broken, bad form, yep, says bad form. Bad form is, yeah, that's kind of the main two. If your form is broken down and then you're used to things to help you get there. So let's say, again, like first set, you're not using anything, then you're using a belt, or then you're using knee wraps, and then you're using fucking everything. Or then you get a spot, so like assistance. This will all change here. So then, this isn't fucking staying the same. The way you done it the first time isn't staying the same. So it's something I try to explain to my guys all the time. Is like, if you get a PB with me and I'm spotting you, that sound, the next week, you'll most likely not get that weight on your own because I'm not there. I'm not there to help control the rep and give a little bit of assistance if you need it. Let's say 1 week you squat and you use your knee sleeves, and then you forget your knee sleeves. You're most likely not going to be able to do it the same way as you were doing. Again, standardized. Same thing every day, like a dog. So, the standardization of it and then just simply bastardizing your form is where everyone goes wrong. I get it, I want to get strong, people want to be strong, they want to progress the logbook, touch new weights, all these like buzzwords that are now in bodybuilding. Which baffles me. Progress from a hypertrophy standpoint isn't necessarily a straight line, and getting stronger is a lot more linear than getting bigger, and I'm a perfect testament to this. When I was younger, and if you don't believe me, you can go on Instagram and scroll all the way back, or YouTube videos all the way back. When I was younger, the first time I squatted deadlifted 300 kilo, that was end of 2018, so it would be 22. I just deadlifted 300 kilo today. It's not a brag, it's just not example. Everything else has helped me get bigger, but the hypertrophy we're getting from deadlifts, there's a disconnect. Like, not every super strong bodybuilder is the biggest bodybuilder on stage, and not every biggest bodybuilder on stage is super strong. There is a disconnect. Some people have what I would call monk strength, some people don't. Is what it is. Now, is progressing your lifts, getting stronger, worth it? Yes. It's a fantastic way to track your performance. This is one of the best things I do with clients, especially in the early years, is So like, are you getting a pump? Strength, endurance, all of this. If you're quite fresh to training, if you're quite new to lifting weights, you're probably not going to connect extremely well straight away off the bat with everything, and that's tricky and that can be disheartening. But you know what will help you get bigger? Focusing on getting a better pump, getting stronger, your endurance across your session is getting better. It gives you these shorter goals to then compound, so when muscle growth isn't like this and it's more like this, you'll still progress, you'll still get bigger, you'll still get to your goal. It will just take time.